I just switched this on so that people in the cafe can come and join and also follow. Hi.
Okay. Hello.
So, welcome to the next call we have with our Singapore team. And Varaparan's there to tell us a little bit about what's been going on there. Maybe you can introduce yourself and let us know your background and why you've decided to join OSCEdays.
Sure. So my name is Veera, and I'm from Sustainable Living Lab, which is basically a social enterprise that's located in Singapore. We basically try and combine ideas of sustainability together with the maker movement. So we combine that together. I'm right now speaking for my workshop, which basically, I can show that to you in just a bit. Basically, this is a makerspace, essentially. So a lot of sorts of equipment, tools, and all that over here.
And in the event there in Singapore, what kind of backgrounds do people have?
I'm sorry, say that again.
What kind of backgrounds do people have?
Right.
Where interested in
so the people who came for the session today, what they were, I mean, some of them were professionals. We had somebody who was working in IKEA, people who were environmental advocates. We also had a lot of young people, actually. We had about 7 young people joining us. These were students from the United World College, the international school located in Singapore. So all in all, there were about 30 odd people, 30 plus people or so. Yeah.
And maybe you can tell me a little bit about the challenges that you're developing there, and how you're going about tackling these challenges.
Right. So generally in Singapore, there is a buy and throw away culture. There's not much recycling and so on over in Singapore. So we wanted to, I mean, with the work, with the exercise today, we wanted to challenge people about, really thinking about what they are throwing away and waste and so on. So we started the day off talking about the circular economy and all that, but the fun part was we went into some of the principles for designing products that teams could take on. We did a breakdown exercise where this is a picture of a breakdown exercise where they were breaking down a kettle, right? Basically a kettle that break it down in different parts and so on. I have the photographs which I'll upload later, but basically there's some drawings. These guys broke down the chair, right, in different constituent parts. We also had a shoe breakdown as well. The shoe. And we had a breakdown of an iron as well into all its various parts and components. So after doing that breakdown exercise, we got everyone to think about if they had to redesign those products such that they could be, recycled easily or remanufactured and so on, how would they do it? So I have one example to show you over here, which is so this group was working on the shoe, and they wanted to do it in a way that such that the shoe will not have too many parts and so on. So they came up with a modular shoe, right? Basically, there's a set of clips and all that, and they actually built prototypes of this. I mean, I don't have the prototypes with you right now. They took it back home, but I can upload the pictures of the prototypes. They spent about 2-3 hours building prototypes, and it actually works. They wore it around, so this is how it looks. This is a prototype of a shoe that can switch from being a sandal or sandals or flip-flops, or even become heels as well for ladies. So the same footwear can serve different purposes just by a series of different attachments and so on. So yeah, so that's what the groups did. We have also other project ideas as well. We had 2 groups who were working on chairs, and they came up with modular sort of chairs which could be adjusted from when the person is a baby all the way to when they are an old person and they want to have it as a rocking chair. So the chair would grow along with you. They call it a life chair.
And about how people have kind of getting their heads around it quickly? Is it something that people are interested in? Is it new for a lot of people?
Lars, I'm going to have you repeat that. Pam, have you repeat that question again?
Is the concept of open source many people getting excited about it? Is it new for many people? Are people kind of starting to explore it for the first?
So I think the idea of the circular economy was, I think the term itself might be a bit unfamiliar, but the principles of it are something that everyone understands, I believe. The whole idea that the current model of how we are, producing and basically throwing away things is something that's unsustainable. So I think the circular economy is a new term, right, for a lot of people who joined us. And so we spent a bit of time talking to them about what the term means. But I think intrinsically everyone gets it. They get the idea that we have to change the way we manufacture, the way we think about producing things, so that we can move towards a more sustainable world.
What does the concept of open source mean to you? How do you in terms of collaborating with other people?
So for us over here, I guess when it comes to open source, it's a lot about sharing. And we took a lot of pictures, a lot of notes today about what happened, and we'll be putting it up on the city-based site, right? The OSCEdays/Singapore. We're putting it up over there. So that requires a bit of work to do it still. I think, yeah. So I mean, that's the way we currently view it, as a way to just share ideas and build upon each other's work.
And any of the other partnerships, are any of these things that you want to continue, that you think will be able to develop further, or to bring new people in?
So we have a regular volunteering program on Sundays where people come together to work on, hands-on projects that move us towards sustainability. So one of the things we've done is that we've announced to this group of people to join us today, basically come together and form a group, engage in projects that will move us towards a circular economy. So the first meeting of that group will be tomorrow. So we'll see how many of them come and join us tomorrow. But I think this is something we're trying to build. I mean, it's a regular sort of a hangout we're trying to create, meeting every Sunday morning to work on projects that revolve around circular economy.
All of the noise from the cafe.
Right, thanks for putting on the mic.
And in terms of collaborating with other people around the world, what do you have any? Are you doing any documentation?
Yeah, so without
are you able to kind of share what you've learned, or?
Right. So with all this stuff, we're going to basically, we took photos of it. We'll upload all these things, all the drawings and the notes by people, and we'll share this on the site itself.
And what's next for Living Lab, or for the Singapore OSCEdays after this weekend for you?
So after this weekend, basically, I was mentioning earlier that we wanted to do a weekly of a meetup. to work on projects with people who are interested around these issues. So we're starting the first session of the meetup tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Singapore time over here. And we'll be meeting regularly to work on projects to explore what we could do to move ourselves to a circular economy. I'm not sure what that might be though. We'll be keeping it open and seeing what comes up in the meeting tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Are you on a fixed desktop at the moment? Are you able to show us a little bit of the surroundings of other people, or is that not possible at the moment?
That is possible. I can show you around the workshop. The participants have left already, but I can show you around our makerspace. Is that okay?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay. So this is our workshop. Laser machine. And there's some of the people inside here. Hi. CNC currently being worked on.
Wow, you've got a pretty amazing setup.
Hello. Hi there. So see some of the folks over here.
And what are these guys?
So we have a 3D printing room as well.
And
Nee, weil wir sind großer Sonderforschungsbereich hier von der TU Berlin.
so Virapan, Lars has just joined me here in Berlin.
So that's pretty much space we have right now. We have a nice aquaponics setup over here.
Beautiful. Wow.
Ein Thema.
What are you growing?
Fish. Hello.
Bei Amazon bestellen. Aber wenn du mal Amazon hast, Amazon liefert nicht in Amazon. Also musst du dir das Filament selber
This is our repair program.
Da wird natürlich auch Kunststoff immer wieder die Frage ist aber, was passiert mit dem Kunststoff? Eine Sache ist natürlich, viele Druck mit PLA, wie gesagt, die Kette, das ist biologisch abbaubarer Kunststoff, auch aus einer abwachsenden Ressource. Das ist der eine Ansatz, wobei die Frage immer ist PLA wirklich so
Some of the parts of
abbaubar und die andere Seite ist
Cool. It looks like an amazing space.
So
What are you growing in the hydroponic in the growing?
Right. So we're growing herbs. It's an aquaponic setup actually. We have about 100 fish, small little fish, and crayfish and all that below. On top we are growing holy basil, some rosemary, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, some Thai basil as well.
Cool.
And some mint as well.
So Lars has just joined me down here. You might have a question to ask about what you're doing.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're wondering if you have. Oh, first of all, just show you here.
Hey, Singapore. I want to see your bin.
So, can you explain to the? Can you come over here and tell us what you're doing there?
Hey, I'm Bernd. How are you?
Hello, hi, how are you?
We are in Singapore.
You're in Singapore. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a recycle bin to 3D printer filament out of plastic waste. And the idea is plastic waste made out of non-renewable resources, keep them in a cycle and extend their lifetime. And yeah, use it as long and as much and as often as possible. So if you wanna have if you have a 3D printer, it's hard to, especially for emerging countries, to get the 3D printer filament because
Right.
it's expensive or not available. And so the idea is to produce it by your own. Just use scrap or plastic waste, and this is quite cheap. So if you compare 3D printer filament that you can buy in the internet for $20–30 per kilo with sorted plastic waste that is, I think, $1 or $2 per 100 kilogram. You have an uplift ratio of, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 So it's enormous cheap and keeps non-renewable resources in the circle.
And they're going to make a documentation channel about this thing today.
So you'll soon be
That's
able
a
to
really
build
good idea.
for if you want. Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And the last thing to ask is, do you have a the OSCEdays community? Do you have any kind of thoughts or words of wisdom that you want to share, or encouragement for other people who are working on OSCEdays around the world?
Well, I mean, firstly, I would like to thank you guys. I mean, thanks for putting it together. This whole setup. It's a great excuse to get started, at least for us, because you know, sometimes you just need something to get it going. And I'm glad that you guys put this open source circular economy event together, and I hope we build that next year as well. We would love to join it again next year. I think the whole idea after this is to be consistent, right? I mean, it's great to have the event now, but to keep the efforts going throughout the year as well. And for us, what we do is we work it into our regular programs that we do with volunteers and members of the public every week. So there's some kind of regularity to anything that you start. I mean, end of the day, if there's regular effort put into something, you'll get something good out of it. That's the whole idea.
Wonderful. I think we share a lot of perspectives here on the plan for OSCEdays going forward. Thank you very much for sharing your perspectives and your challenges with us. And we'll link to your sub and read up on that.
All right.
Wonderful.
See you guys.
And see you soon.
See you soon.